You know what time it is? More Star Wars crap. Why? Because, well, there's a lot of SJW stuff within the Star Wars. It's kind of funny, actually. So, you might be wondering, Connor, this is like the 27th video on the same person. Well, do you want to know why I'm doing it? Right? Because every day, there's more news about this. There's more news about this. So, let's jump into it. So there was this call, a conference call, a secret conference call between all the Star Wars crap guys that's in charge, right? They're all around, right? And it's one little round circle, a round table, will you? Talking to each other, thinking, okay, Solo, killed everyone. So did The Last Jedi. How do we fix this? We're going down the whole shit stain. We're in charge of Star Wars, yet we suck. What is the problem? And the entire place is full of, Star Wars is like, you know, people that worked with Star Wars, and people are in charge of Star Wars as well. It includes having, Pixar and Marvel, but they're only listening. They can't reply, they're only listening. Then we have your boy, Bob Iger. You don't know, he's like the head of Disney. He's the chief executive officer of Disney, and he is pissed. He is all like, alright, who's the mother effer been destroying our biggest moneymaker? And everyone just looks at Kathleen Kennedy for like a second, because, well, she can literally fire you like that. Why? Because she doesn't like you, she'll just fire you like that. That's exactly also what happened when she was first, like, hired. She fired half of the guys, like they were working with Star Wars and stuff, that's loyal to the franchise, right? Because she didn't like them. And next you know, brought in all of her loyalists that came in that supported her, and they're all female. So the entire Lucasfilm studio is divided between the loyalists that support Kathleen Kennedy and the people that actually support the franchise of Star Wars. Basically, this side has dumb people that have one narrative, thinking, hey, let's just have women and things that makes no sense. And then here's the, you know, people that actually, you know, want to support Star Wars. And I'm not saying it's the men against women. I'm saying on the side where it shows everyone that supports the franchise, it's either white, black, who cares, everything there. They just support the franchise because they love it, and it's their job to. And meanwhile, over here, they're just all like, that's basically it. So the conference where they're all like, what's going on here? It got so bad that Bob Iger, the chief executive officer of Disney, wants Kathleen Kennedy out. But the only problem is, who's gonna replace her? Because here's the thing, Kathleen Kennedy has made Star Wars an anti-franchise, will you? Kind of like made up that word in my brain or something, or maybe it's an actual word, I don't really know. Basically, it's like, it's taking something that is so beautiful, and then just destroying it for your own gain, and then no one wants to be a part of that, because let's say someone wants to take over for Kathleen Kennedy, right? And next you know, all the blame is set on that guy, right? No one wants the blame, because look at the legacy she has left for everyone. It's terrible. Bob Iger was all like, hey, J.J. Abrams, you want to jump in? And then J.J. Abrams was all like, no thanks, I don't want to be part of that. Star Wars years ago used to be the fountain of gold, and now it's the fountain of shit. Fountain of gold, everyone wanted to be a part of it because it's so awesome. Now it's the fountain of shit, and no one wants to be near it. So if they even get near it, people might catch the disease. You know what I'm saying? I can't give out my source because, well, if I do, the person might be fired. Now, some of you guys might know this one guy. His name is Dave Filoni. Alright, he's the guy that directed, or whatever, basically in charge of the creativity levels of Rebels, Star Wars Rebels. Basically, Star Wars Rebels is a TV show, right? And I think it just finished, and it's actually, I watched all of it, and it was freaking beautiful. It's lore-friendly to the Star Wars lore franchise and crap. Everything makes sense. Everything feels like Star Wars. Everything, the soundtrack, everything, the feeling of it, you feel immersed, because guess what? It feels like Star Wars, because it is Star Wars. And the creativity came from his mind. He's like Hideo Kojima, except for Star Wars. Now, they want him to be in charge, but he might not be, because he doesn't have that business aspect, right? He has the creativity, but not the business part to it. You know what I'm saying, man? And it's not just them that are mad at Kathleen Kennedy about the Star Wars thing. It's the merchandise guys that are also mad as well. Because from the past few movies that Kathleen Kennedy has been involved in, the merchandise hasn't been selling as much. It's not consumer friendly, if you think about it. It seems that all of the merchandise are targeted towards SJWs and not towards, let's say, that little child over there that just wants to see a Star Wars movie, and wants to have a Luke Skywalker, a lightsaber battling action figure, but instead is given a Rose with a little engineer wrench thing action figure. Oh, by the way, no one is actually buying the Rose thing, so the freaking merchandise is so low, you have no idea. Instead of it being consumer friendly, it's being divided into only selling to one specific group of individuals, and they're barely even buying it either. Believe it or not, the people they're trying to target to don't actually like the merchandise. Would you believe it? Now, because of all this outrageousness is going on here, Disney has decided to put all of the anthology Star Wars films on hold, except for one. The one that we've been demanding for a long time, the Obi-Wan Kenobi movie. Because after when Solo flopped, everyone had to, think about the whole strategy of how they want to do it. Because if they're gonna do the Obi-Wan Kenobi movie, they gotta do it right. And if they just, make the Obi-Wan Kenobi movie, right now, it might flop. Because of how everyone is thinking. So everyone just needs to throw everything out and just rethink the whole strategy. And if they don't, and fire everybody that just won't cooperate with anything and won't, say, hey, let's make money instead of losing money, then we're gonna have a good movie. Even the new SJW fans, just don't provide, box office explosions when the new Star Wars movies come out. It's always the fans, plus the SJW fans, that bring the box office numbers up. Now, remove all the fans out of the picture, and now you have the SJW fans that only like this type of Star Wars because it has their political agenda in it, and box office, plummets down. It goes down so far. And in conclusion, she will be replaced by someone. We don't know who. It's so stupid. Let's say it's the golden pond and the shit pond. Everybody wants to be in the golden pond until it becomes a shit pond, and no one wants to be in the shit pond. Do you get what I'm saying? It's a shame too, because guess what Marvel Studios is doing? They're listening to fans and what they have to say. But Star Wars, on the other hand, they just ignore that and go the opposite route. Oh, you want a story that makes sense? Let's just go the other way and just shove this ideas into your brain that suck. If you guys like this video, please subscribe. If you want to have more updates on everything, subscribe. You want to donate on Patreon? Go to Patreon. It's stupid. You guys want to do Facebook? Right there. Your Discord? Go down there. Fan art in the Discord. What do you also want to do? T-shirt shop? Down in the description. Also, if you want to do... Also, I live stream every Monday and Wednesday. It's gonna be lit, fam. Thank you guys for watching this crappy video. I'm your host, that guy next door. See ya.